Welcome, everybody, to the Jordy Max Show, brought to you by MaxLawns.com for all your lawn maintenance needs. Check out MaxLawns.com. We are here back with another episode. The conference finals are over.
They're done.
Stanley Cup finals is set.
Dallas got cooked.
They got cooked.
Yep.
Carolina got even more cooked. So,
Wild.
it is the Florida Panthers versus the Edmonton Oilers in a 2024 Stanley Cup final rematch. Shanzi, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I knew that both teams would be back here. Matthew Tkachuk said it last year in the handshake line, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He said, you guys are going to be back, and so this is exciting. I'm still debating on whether or not I put up my, I got a big flag that goes on the back of my truck in the trailer hitch. I'm still debating. Jordy Max said, don't put it up because it's superstition.
Superstition.
I mean, I'm not a superstitious guy, so.
One thing that I've been superstitious about is getting the pucks. I've got LA, I've got Vegas. Ice District Authentics.
Do better.
So I walked into the Oilers game, and I just noticed this today when I was putting up my pucks. They sold me a 2024 Dallas Stars versus Oilers puck. Advertised as 2025 pucks.
You didn't even notice.
Didn't notice until I read the fine print, and I'm like, oh, you. So I will be going to exchange that, or I will be going to try to return it and get the 2025 one. Ice District, do better.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. I would imagine somebody obviously had an oversight just like you did when you purchased it, right? They probably didn't see, and they just saw Edmonton, Dallas, and threw the pucks in there, and here we are.
Yeah.
But it's prediction time. Let's get it out of the way.
We will say
you're going to lose that championship.
We have made a decision that it is for the predictions title. So
you're going to lose that championship.
The main prediction is whoever wins the cup.
Since you are the reigning.
Wait, let me explain the rules.
Okay. Why do you get to make the rules?
I'm not making the rules.
I guess it's your show.
I'm not making the rules. I'm just explaining the rules.
But who made the rules?
The committee.
Who's the committee?
Non-existent. It's me.
So it's in your brain.
I made it.
Oh, okay. It's his show. It's okay.
First prediction is, of course, whoever wins the cup. The
Yeah.
tiebreaker, if we both choose the same answer, or we both are wrong, it would be how many games it went to. And then the tiebreaker after that would be how many goals is scored in the whole series.
Really?
Or actually, instead of that, we'll say who the top point scorers are for each team.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
So, to start it off, who do you think will win the Stanley Cup, Shanzi?
Edmonton Oilers.
I agree. The Edmonton Oilers will win the Stanley Cup. How many games?
You want to hear it?
Yep.
It's going 7.
It's going 7. The Edmonton Oilers will win the Stanley Cup in 7 games. I agree. I've said that wholeheartedly from the start.
Okay, then, you know what? Just for giggles, I'm going to change mine to 6.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
All because there's a title on the line, and I really want to win. So, Edmonton Oilers are going to win the Stanley Cup in 6 games, which means they'll be doing it not on home ice, which I'm okay with.
Really?
I'm okay with. I just want to see them win that cup.
Wow. Okay. And then, who do you think will score the most points on Edmonton and Florida?
Okay, so Florida. See, this is hard because Sam Bennett's not technically in the lineup, but I have a feeling he might be.
Really? What? Injured?
Yeah. So can I pick a guy, and if he's not in the lineup, can I have a backup pick?
Yeah, we can say that.
Okay. So my pick is Sam Bennett. And
this is for the final round of the playoffs, not the whole playoffs. This final round.
Yes. For the next series, the final series, the Stanley Cup final. So I'm going to pick Sam Bennett. If he's not in the lineup, then my next pick is Barkov.
Okay. Now for the Edmonton Oilers.
This is a hard one. Because Hyman's out.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a second.
You know what? Leon Draisaitl.
Okay. For the not the Dallas Stars. Oh my God. For the Florida Panthers, I am picking Matthew Tkachuk.
Okay.
And for the Edmonton Oilers, it has to be this guy, Connor McDavid.
It's going to be hard for Matthew Tkachuk to get points when he's in the box. Or Evander Kane is smacking him around. He didn't have Evander Kane to smack him around.
And I will say that if it's not really him, it's probably going to be Barkov. Or, actually, no, I'm going to switch from Tkachuk. Sam Reinhart is going to have the most points in that series.
But that's my pick.
You picked Sam Bennett.
Hold up.
I picked Reinhart. You picked Bennett.
Which guy's injured? They're both on the same team?
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Give me a sec here. Let's see which guy's injured. Continue on.
Sam Bennett's the guy that goes and hits people everywhere. And for the Edmonton Oilers, of course, Connor McDavid is my top pick.
Let's see. Stats King. Show me what's up. So far, yeah, I'm going to stick with Bennett. Sam Reinhart.
Scored 50 goals last year.
All right. He could step up. He's got 13 points.
He did phenomenal in the last playoff.
Yeah.
Like last
Not a bad
playoffs.
pick. Another pick could be Carter Verhaeghe, Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand's got 14 points quietly. Right?
That's
Barkov's
insane.
leading it, and Bennett's number 2.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Matty Tkachuk's number 3. So I think we'll be okay.
Yep.
So you're going Sam Reinhart?
Sam Reinhart.
And I'm going Sam Bennett?
Yep.
Okay.
I got David, you got Draisaitl.
And then we both picked Oilers.
Yeah. And then you picked 6, I
So
picked 7.
here's the thing. I went with Draisaitl just because the law of averages, but honestly, I feel like Bouchard's gonna do something.
I was about to say the same thing. I have a feeling that Bouchard is... He's been playing great in the playoffs. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
He's stepped up. Zach Hyman.
Zach Hyman, but he's injured.
Well,
that's what we're talking about. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about that was your pick.
No.
All right.
Zach Hyman.
Zach Hyman. Yeah. Shoulder or wrist?
Broken wrist.
Right.
Man, I am sad. He's been my favorite player since he came here. I don't know, and he's worked so hard. 108 hits in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's wild.
108? No, I thought
108.
I thought it was more.
Probably more after the last. It's probably around 110 now.
Probably.
110, maybe 112.
Maybe.
The next highest guy is like only 82 hits. That's Sam Bennett.
Totally.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild, though?
Yeah. Zach Hyman has stepped up in this playoffs. He had a quiet year. He had a quiet year this year. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to 2 years ago
Mm-hmm.
when he scored 50. He's had a quiet year. But he stepped up in the playoffs. Another guy that stepped up, Evander Kane.
Yeah.
Coming off of his injury, all of a sudden he's...
Well, and that's the thing I wanted to say was last year we had a Florida-Edmonton series and there was no Evander Kane. I believe he was in for game 1 and then he was shut down.
He was in, but he
was at 40%.
He was playing third, fourth line.
Yeah.
He wasn't really...
He wasn't able to contribute because he couldn't even skate.
Yeah.
Right?
Now he's playing alongside Draisaitl.
The amount of offense that we have compared to last year.
I saw a stat, and with that Jeff Skinner goal, it made it 19 different goal scorers for the Oilers in the postseason this year. That's depth scoring at its finest. How many players do you have in the NHL roster other than the goalies?
Well, technically 23.
Other than the goalies. Though.
Okay, so 21.
You have 21 players on a roster. Only 2 of them haven't scored.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Plus your scratch guys.
you got technically, you got 12 and 6, right? So 18 that are skaters.
Yeah.
And then you got a couple like scratch guys, right?
So all 18 in the lineup have scored a goal in this playoffs.
Yep.
I think maybe not Arvidsson or something. It's probably Arvidsson and Podkolzin.
I thought Arvidsson scored in the first series.
He might have. I think Podkolzin didn't.
Podkolzin has scored.
He did?
Yeah.
So who didn't? Emberson?
Emberson? Maybe Stetcher?
No. Stetcher.
Yeah.
Stetcher and Emberson haven't scored because Hyman and Brown did. I think Emberson did score one then.
Oh, he did.
He did.
He scored against LA.
So then it's just Stetcher.
But it was Ekholm. Yeah, Ekholm.
Stetcher and Ekholm. Because Brown and Hyman have scored and stuff like that.
Oh, and then stupid Josh Brown.
He just hasn't been in the lineup at all.
Yeah, he was. He was
the
in the line.
playoffs?
Yes, game 1.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm happy he's not in the lineup anymore.
They pulled him and they put back Emberson.
Yeah, because Josh Brown sucks.
Mm-hmm. Or no, they put in Klingberg. That's what it was.
Yeah, well, because Klingberg wasn't ready.
Well, regardless.
Yeah, they had to put somebody in, and for some reason they put in Josh Brown. But
so what are we thinking?
I digress.
It's gonna be a wild ride. Buckle up, and Jordy Mac said he's gonna start putting some meme account stuff on there and some real stuff. So keep watching the socials for the new stuff.
We're gonna be at Game 5. Game 5. So if you see us there, we're gonna be wearing. I don't have them on me right now, but we got some beautiful Jordy Mac Show chains.
Yeah.
Maybe we can pop them on screen via the editor or whatever. But we got some beautiful Jordy Mac Show chains.
See what happens, eh?
And yeah. So
where are those things?
Upstairs.
Oh man, you should go get them. We'll put them on.
We'll save them as a surprise for the people for
All
Game
right.
5. Yeah.
What's coming up this weekend?
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Match card is almost fully confirmed. There's only two matches that aren't fully confirmed.
And those are both the main Money in the Bank.
Both the Money in the Bank.
So how is it not confirmed? Explain.
There has to be qualifying matches on Raw, probably. There's just 2 participants that aren't in there for each.
You think there's going to be a return of some sort?
No.
No?
Not for the qualifying matches. Usually there's not.
Or maybe they'll leave a open space and be like, kind of like what they did with, was that Elimination Chamber when Randy Orton returned?
War Games?
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
When Randy
They
Orton
announced
returned.
them, but...
Who came back? Remember CM Punk came back? What was that?
War Games.
That was
After.
No. The very first time when they were panning away.
That's War Games.
That was
after the War Games match.
like a year and a half ago.
Yep, 2023.
That was War Games?
Survivor Series War Games.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Orton
Survivor
and Punk
Series.
came back on the same night.
Yeah, Survivor Series.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking War Games.
Survivor Series War Games is the main
Regardless,
yeah.
whatever. It was a cage match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's wild.
Yeah.
So, okay, who's in the match for the women?
Okay, so currently we have Alexa Bliss.
Okay, she's back.
Yeah. Rhea Ripley.
When did she return?
A few weeks ago.
Wyatt Six?
No.
Not even. Is she doing the crazy gimmick, or was she doing?
It's like a mix of every one of her gimmicks.
Okay.
So it's like a.
So you got Alexa Bliss. Who else?
Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez from NXT.
Yeah.
Julia from NXT, and then 2 TBDs.
Okay, so we can't really predict then. There's no way we can predict because there's 2 TBDs. They could have Jordan Grace.
Here's what it won't happen.
Charlotte Flair.
I think
Becky Lynch.
she's already been in a qualifying match and lost.
What about Ronda Rousey?
She's not in the company.
Rumors has it that TKO wants her to come in.
They won't have her return on a Raw to qualify. They don't have surprise participants anymore. They have qualifying
How do you know, though?
Because they don't do that.
What if they have a qualifying match and they don't finish the qualifying match because both participants get messed up by somebody?
It's possible because it is triple threats, but it's not going to happen. I think here's what we'll do.
Zelina Vega?
She's women's US champ.
So what?
She already has a title. So.
Oh, it's no title holders.
Yeah.
What about Liv Morgan?
She has a title, but it's the tag titles, and I think she did get a qualifying match and might have lost.
Okay.
I think she lost.
Who are we missing? Tamina?
Oh,
is she still around?
We had.
What about Natalia?
We had another qualifying match.
Hey, where is this?
Where's the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
It is in Los Angeles. Sorry, we actually have. Sorry, the other woman in there is Naomi. And then, yeah.
So Naomi's.
She is in there.
So that's updated.
So we have one more TBD, actually.
Okay, so what's her name? Bianca Belair. Is she a champ?
No, but she just returned last week, so I don't think she'll be in a qualifying match.
Who's the other girl that was with Naomi?
Jade Cargill?
Yeah.
She just fought Naomi in the qualifying match.
And Naomi beat her?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Well, it was Naomi, Cargill, and Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax lost.
I'm assuming Nia Jax.
Oh, where's Chelsea Green? Broken nose.
Broken nose, yeah. So she has to.
What about that large girl?
Nia Jax?
No, the other girl that's overweight from Scotland.
Piper Niven?
Yeah.
She's with Chelsea Green, so I'm assuming she's not going to be on TV until Chelsea returns.
How about Candice LeRae?
That could be a possibility on SmackDown or Raw.
Okay, so how about we do this? How about we predict who the last spot is for the females?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
And
but it doesn't count for
also the men.
But it doesn't count for the title.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And then we'll do
I think we're only putting the title on the line just for the hockey.
We'll do a Money in the Bank predictions from who we have.
Sure.
And then if it's not right, okay. So for the women, who's your prediction for the last spot, and who do you think will win the match?
AJ Lee, both.
Okay. My prediction for the spot is Stephanie Vaquer.
She's already a champ.
She just lost her NXT Women's title and got called up to Raw.
Okay.
Like literally last week.
Okay. AJ Lee.
So I think Stephanie Vaquer will be the mystery participant.
She's getting a push, though. I feel it.
And I have a feeling that Alexa Bliss is going to win Money in the Bank.
Okay.
Or Roxanne Perez.
She sucks.
I don't know.
What else we got?
Okay.
Men's.
The men's one. Currently, the participants are Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta, Seth Rollins, and Andrade.
We need a big guy in there.
So we have one TBD.
We need a big guy in there.
Who works for that? I don't think they'll get Reed or Breaker in there.
I know who it's going to be.
Who do you think it's going to be?
It's got to be a big guy. Like a large guy.
I'm assuming this match will happen on Raw, so I'm assuming it's going to be a Raw star.
Where's Omos?
Hasn't been on TV for like a year.
I have a feeling that it's going to be... Well, who's the next qualifying match?
Actually, they might be announced. Let's check WWE.com. Because they might actually be announced the Raw card. Where is it? Where's the Monday Night Raw card? Monday Night Raw.
Should we just play the Jeopardy music?
Dum 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 dum. Holy, this is gonna take a bit. It's 2 days ago. Okay, updated card. Here's our qualifying match for the men.
Okay, let me see.
CM Punk,
Yeah.
AJ Styles, and El Grande Americano. I don't think it's going to be El Grande Americano because Chad Gable is wrestling the same day.
AJ Styles.
At a different location.
I'm calling it.
Okay. And then the women's match, Stephanie Becker, Liv Morgan, and Ivy Nile.
Okay, so it can't be AJ Lee.
Yep.
Ah, crap. Okay, well, I'm going to go Liv Morgan then.
Okay. So who do you think will win the women's match?
Rhea Ripley.
Okay, and who do you think will win? So who's you said AJ for your men's pick?
Yeah.
And who do you think will
Seth Rollins.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised with that.
I'm going to tell you why. They're doing this cool main event mafia type stuff, and they need a briefcase.
Yeah, that's a good
They're
point.
they're gonna paint it black, and they're gonna look greasy, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Black and gold will look sick.
Yeah.
Okay. I think CM Punk's gonna qualify.
And you think he's gonna win?
No, I think Rollins is gonna win.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, now we have Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch, which is in a last chance match.
Last chance match?
Pretty much, if Becky loses, she can no longer challenge for the title as long as Lyra is the champion. If Lyra loses, she will be forced to raise Becky's hand and acknowledge Becky
Lyra
as the champion.
is the champion?
Correct.
I never even heard of her.
She's from NXT.
And she's the NXT champ?
No. Women's IC champ.
Really?
Yeah. She won it like in
That must be new. Lyra
Valkyria. She's from Ireland.
Nice. Oh, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because Becky came back and smashed her.
Well, she won the tag titles with her first and then lost in the next night.
Right.
Yes.
And I called that, did I not?
Yeah, I thought that it was going to happen during the match.
I knew it.
I thought it was going to happen during the match.
Nah, they always give a little bit of a build up.
And then I'm like, oh wait, no, they've done this before.
Okay, what's next?
Well, who do you think will win?
Oh, Becky Lynch.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because we're going to get a feud. Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
For WrestleMania. It's going to be huge.
For the women's IC title?
Hold on. What date is it right now?
It's June.
Oh, okay.
WrestleMania is a year away.
SummerSlam. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, and then Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul.
John Cena and Logan Paul by disqualification.
You know what? I would be surprised. Cena uses the belt and Logan uses the brass.
Well, they'll have someone come in as the prime bottle and it'll probably be somebody like, I don't know.
He'll probably be one of the prime athletes.
Yeah, who knows?
Imagine it's like Patrick Mahomes or something.
Is that the main event?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. Watch it be freaking Austin Matthews.
Or Austin Theory.
No. He's on the trend to becoming a face.
Austin Powers.
Oh my god. I think Cena's gonna win this match.
Is that the last match?
Yeah.
All right.
I think Cena and Cena's gonna go on.
So there's 2 Money in the Banks and then 2 main matches, and that's it.
I'm assuming there might be one more announced because usually there's 5 matches, but who knows?
Guess we'll find out.
Yep.
So, what else are we gonna talk about? I think that's it, eh?
I think that's it.
That was a nice, short, and sweet one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In the meantime and in between time,
stay classy.
see y'all.